Welcome to the Metals Investment Forum. I'm here with Warren Rehn, CEO of Golden Mineral. Welcome, Warren.
Thank you, Chen. Glad to be here.
So your company, I was just talking to a few viewers, and so your company has so many different assets, and then there's so many catalysts coming this year. Can you describe to us what is your number one catalyst?
Yeah, absolutely. The number one catalyst for the company will be the Velardeña PEA, it's an updated PEA on the asset. This is our gold and silver vein mine in Mexico, Durango State. And it's been on care and maintenance for a few years. We have some excellent new test results for metallurgy that show a great way to get a much better gold recovery than we had previously. This will make all the difference in the project.
Can you tell us what the recovery you're looking for?
Yeah, before we had a gold payable of about 25%, which isn't much, right? And so we're losing all that 5 grams of gold in the head. Yeah. We're losing most of it. And now we think it'll be at least 2 or 3 times higher with this new process with the biooxidation.
Can you describe what biooxidation is and then where it's used?
It's an interesting process. It's been around for about 30 years commercially. And notably, it's being used by Kirkland Lake Gold's project at Fosterville in Australia, and they're doing great with it. It's been there for I think, at least 5 years. It's a larger plant in Fosterville than we would need, but it works so nicely on exactly the same sort of concentrate. It's a flotation concentrate with pyrite and arsenopyrite that contains all the gold values, and the bacteria in tanks, open tanks, oxidize the sulfides and turn it into a product that then can be leached with cyanide to get the recoveries. And we're looking at plus 90% recoveries for gold and silver from that.
That's a big improvement from 25%.
It's a huge improvement. And the payable will be a little bit less than the actual recovery, but because of the other costs, but it should be on that order of 3 times what we were seeing before.
Oh, excellent. So you will have some announcement coming about this study, the PEA of the Velardeña?
Yeah, we'll put out the press release, and I expect to have that within the next 3 or 4 weeks, certainly by the end of March. I had been promised it in February, but things slipped a bit, but we'll have it in the next few weeks. And I'm really looking forward to getting that press release out. It'll tell the investors exactly what we're looking at.
Yeah, your market cap is only $20 million after Friday's big sell-off. So potentially this can potentially have more cash flow than the current market cap. If we don't, we're just guessing.
Yeah, but absolutely, it has that potential. We expect it to be multiples of our market cap value to have projected cash flow. We'll see what the actual numbers are.
Yeah, we'll see that. Let's wait for the suspense, but that will be the biggest catalyst in the coming weeks.
It will, absolutely. And I think you'll see that share price change dramatically.
Again, your Velardeña mine is fully permitted with a working mill,
yes.
A functional mine right now leased by Heckler. And then and then that's the part of the mill, right? You can use the other part of existing mill to just add the bio-leach to get the gold out.
Yes, we have 2 mills, 2 fully operational mills. One is to do the sulfide flotation, and we do 3 products of flotation. 2 we can sell directly to the smelters, the lead concentrate and the zinc concentrate. The third is the pyrite arsenopyrite concentrate that we would do the biooxidation of and treat that at our oxide plant, which is the one that has been leased to Hecla, but that lease is coming to an end at the end of 2020. So we're preparing to continue better cash flow to the company by producing from our own assets rather than on a lease basis.
Okay, great. So do you have any other plan for the oxide plant?
We have another very interesting deposit that there's a resource that's been published on. It's called the Rodeo gold deposit. And it's an open pitable high-grade gold deposit that's within trucking distance of the mill, the oxide mill. So we expect that we'll have permits in place and be able to mine that in time to replace the Hecla income, and more than replace. We're looking at the studies to be coming out in the next month or 2. So that'll give us cash flow after the Hecla lease is done until we get the Velardeña operation put together, because we do have to build that biooxidation plant with our Plant 2 oxide plant.
Do you know how long it would take to build a bio-oxidation plant? Any time frame?
They're not complicated. It's a series of stainless steel tanks, not very large, with air blowers, and then a process to neutralize the acid that's produced. Sulfuric acid is produced by the microbes. So we don't think it will take more than a year construction time, and we can do that in parallel with our other
project. Right.
It doesn't have to stop things.
Exactly. So you can have a Rodeo start to mine. Can you tell us the grade of the Rodeo, and you give some idea of what kind of cash flow this can generate?
Yeah. So there's 50,000 ounces in the resource. It's measured and indicated, and at a average grade of 3.3 grams per ton gold.
Open pit,
less than 1-to-1 or 1-to-1 strip ratio.
Okay.
So it's very easy to mine. It's on top of a ridge, and it's only about 90 kilometers away. So trucking is about $10 a ton. We think we can crush there, take it to the plant, and do very well. We think it will produce, the plant's capacity is about 500 tons per day, and we think we can produce a portion of that 50,000 ounces, maybe 40,000 or 30,000 within less than 2-year time frame at very attractive costs.
Very attractive. While you're waiting for your biology.
Exactly.
Okay, great. That's very exciting. And the Mexican operation, finally, you will be at a turning point that can generate significant free cash flow.
And that's what we've been waiting for. Exactly. We've been waiting to unlock that value at Velardeña, and I think now we see how to do it, and we'll have the data to prove that when we have our studies out here later in the month.
All right, good. Can you tell us what's your exploration project of this year?
Yeah, I'd like to. We're currently drilling in Nevada at a very interesting grassroots greenfields play, not too far from the gold belts, the established gold belts. It's about 20 kilometers from AMEX's Sleeper mine. It's a low sulfidation gold-silver system.
Yeah, I've been to the Sleeper mine. They used to have a very high grade core. I was make a lot of cash flow when the gold price was very low, and then that's.
Oh yeah, that mine was fantastic for AMEX Cyprus.
Yeah.
It paid back in less than 6 months' time, I believe, 6 to 9 months' time from startup back in the 80s at a low gold price.
Very low gold price, yes.
So you can imagine what that target would look like in today's scenario. And we're looking at a project where we're on our 3rd drill hole, and we hope to have some results to show and talk about, in either late Q1 or early Q2.
So basically in the next 2-3 months.
Yeah, exactly. In the next couple of months, we'll have the results from that first series of tests and be able to talk about how we're progressing on the discovery.
If you have the discovery, what's the plan going forward? That's great. How about Mexico? You plan to have any drillings there?
Yeah, we have a fully permitted district play in Chihuahua State, and it's on the eastern edge of the High Sierras. It's easily accessible, ready to go. It's a gold-silver vein system also. Has had some historic production years back, not terribly significant, but it's a very interesting series of half a dozen veins that have great surface values. So we're ready to drill on that as soon as we have the funding in place.
All right, good.
And so I think we'll be able to consider that in Q3 of this year.
Okay, so you recently sold some property in Mexico. What's your balance sheet looks like?
Yeah, so we sold some property that we weren't using, that wasn't part of our resource base, for $3 million US to Peñoles. That gave us the cash balance that we had at the end of the year, just under $5 million US, 4.6. So we're in pretty good shape based on that, and we expect some other things to come to pass here in the next month or two to even increase
that cash balance. That's great. Looks like this will be an exciting year for Golden Mineral.
It should be. We're really looking forward to the Velardeña results, the drill results from Sand Canyon, and to advance the other prospects in Mexico.
Okay, good luck, Warren. Hopefully next time we'll talk about your success.
We'll talk about the details. Thank you, Chen.
Thank you.